Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be taking this 2022 Mazda CX-9 Touring on a POV test drive. This one is finished in snowflake white, or white snowflake. And honestly, this color looks good. And this is the all-wheel drive version. I think the CX-9s do come in front-wheel drive, but this one is all-wheel drive. But let's go ahead and take it on a POV test drive and see how it does. Alright, so here's the interior of this 2022 Mazda CX-9. Nothing was changed for 2022. I think Mazda added a trim, and it is called, I think, the Touring Plus, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, there is 6 trims you could choose from. There is the Sport, the Touring Plus, which is, I think, brand new for 2022. Then the Carbon Edition and Grand Touring. And then the last one, and the most expensive one, is the Signature. But yeah, the interior looks good. Here is the backup camera. Resolution is okay, and it is nice and wide, which I like. And yeah, overall, it does look very, very good. All right, let's go ahead and take this Mazda CX-5 on a drive and see how it does. Steering wheel is very, very light, which I like. Alright, so driving this Mazda CX-5, nice and responsive, and it is a 3-row SUV that competes against the Honda Pilot, the Hyundai Palisade, Toyota Highlander, and the Kia Telluride, and even the Ford Explorer. So there is a good amount of SUVs, 3-row SUVs. But yeah, definitely this Mazda CX-5 feels nice and light, and very nice responsive engine, which I like. We're gonna go ahead and take it on the highway and see how this Mazda CX-5 will do. It does have a 2.5 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. By the way, that's a plate in the back that is making this noise. So under the hood, there is a 2.5 turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It does produce 227 horses and 310 pound-feet of torque, which is a good amount of torque, but I really wish that the horsepower numbers were a little bit better. Driving this Mazda CX-5 on the highway, beautiful, very nice and quiet, and Mazda does usually a very good job with their SUVs and cars. They're nice and quiet, and they feel very nice and luxurious. So definitely like a premium feel. Even all the nice the dashes, the door materials, everything feels nice and soft and very high quality, which I really like. But yeah, the engine is good. Definitely loud when you accelerate, but 310 pound-feet of torque is enough. And I think if you put premium gas in this Mazda CX-9, it does bring up the torque numbers from 310 to 320, and the horsepower numbers go from 227 to 250, which is pretty good, but that's on premium gas. But yeah, guys, driving this CX-5 is nice and comfortable. The seats are wrapped in leather for almost a base trim. This is one step above the base trim, so I love the fact that they're leather wrapped seats. And I think the base Mazda CX-5 now comes in automatic or powered seats. I think the Sport 2021 had manual seats for the driver, but now it is automatic, I think, or powered. But yeah, guys, seriously, I love the way how this thing drives. Very, very comfortable. Suspension setup is nice, and yeah, truly impressed. The gauges look good. You find them on every single Mazda, so there's really nothing different between like a Mazda 3 or a Mazda CX-5. So they basically all have the same gauges, and yeah, everything is nice and easy to use. Very easy, very close to reach, so you don't have to go far away. This screen is not touch. I'm not sure if it's touch when it's parked. Some Mazdas, I think they have them touch. You could touch it basically when you're parked. And by the way, this screen is a 10.25-inch screen. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And as I told you guys, the backup camera resolution is not bad. I really like it. It is nice and wide, as I said. I really like this gray plastic. Just adds a nicer touch to the interior of this Mazda CX-5. You'll have the phone controls and voice command on the left, volume controls with a mute button in the middle, which I love, and then the safety features are going to be on the right. It does have adaptive cruise control and the emergency braking. I'm not sure if it has lane keeping assist or steering assist. I think probably you have to go for higher trims to be able to get this feature. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on the highway again, and I'm gonna put it in sport mode now. Things become a little bit more aggressive. Steering wheel becomes a little bit heavy. So definitely a good amount of body lean, but honestly, at first felt like it was nice and solid, but when I kept pushing it, it did feel like the SUV was leaning. So it's actually not bad. It handles very good for a big SUV, which I like. And as I said, Mazda usually does a great job with their SUVs when it comes to, you know, driving them aggressive. So the suspension setup is nice and comfortable, but at the same time, you could push it, but you can't really push it very hard at the same time. So very, very nice. Other than that, this thing is very, very quiet on the highway. There is no wind noise, there is no tire noise. I could hear the cars next to me a little bit, but that's completely fine. I think Mazda did such a great job with this CX-9. Yeah, I'm just shocked with the fact that it's super comfortable. The outside is not aggressive. I really wish that Mazda works on the design on the CX-9. The design looks very good on the CX-5, but not the CX-9. So yeah, I think they have to do a little bit of changes to the CX-9, and I think it's going to be redesigned, I think next year, if I'm not mistaken, or sometime soon, because they've been making this design for a really long time. Brakes feel nice and touchy, and yeah, just shocked with the way how this thing drives. And by the way, the price is $39,000 on this almost a base trim CX-9, which is a little bit expensive. I really wish it was a little bit cheaper, around maybe 36, 37, maybe it would have been a little bit better. But yeah, guys, very impressed. 10.25-inch screen, does have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, heated seats, 3 stages, does have a dual climate control and an automatic function, a little bit of storage place right there, 2 cup holders, and the volume controls are right here. E-brake, brake hold. It does have plus and minus, so you could just basically control your gears if you want to. And the engine start stop is located right here. Yeah, everything is nice. This is not extremely soft, but it is nice, and it feels almost wrapped in leather, and it almost looks like it has a soft feel to it, but it's not plastic at the same time. So it's that molded plastic or that synthetic rubber material, which I think, yeah, is fine. It's better than it being plastic. Steering wheel is not direct at all, so let's go ahead and put it in sport mode and see if the steering wheel is direct. it becomes heavy, but it doesn't really change the direction of the SUV a lot. When you put it in sport mode, of course, everything becomes nice and aggressive. So the throttle becomes aggressive. It holds the RPMs higher. But yeah, brakes are, as I said, nice and touchy. And you could change your gears with the shifter, which is nice. And by the way, it does have 6-speed automatic transmission. I completely forgot to talk about the transmission. But the transmission is not bad when you leave it in automatic mode. When you put it in sport mode, it becomes a little bit responsive. And so if you keep it, if you put the SUV in sport mode and leave it in automatic mode, it does change a little bit faster than normal mode. But I'm gonna go ahead and test the manual mode in sport mode and manual mode. Upshifting seems a little bit slow with the manual mode, but we'll definitely test that. Good amount of space in the second row. When the third row is dropped down, there is a ton of space, which I like. So for the storage places, there is a nice deep storage place right here. 2 cup holders. Those are this armrest is, I wouldn't say that deep or that big, but there's 2 USBs inside. The armrest itself is a little bit on the harder side, and it's not wrapped in leather. It feels a little bit different than cloth, or it's basically a mix of almost cloth and leather. Haven't seen that anywhere, but does have auto dimming function, garage controls up there. Does have halogen lights, which is expected, but for 40,000, I really wish that this CX-5 had LED lights. So it does let me downshift all the way to the first gear, which is nice. As I said, upshifting is okay, even downshifting is okay. This is not a sports SUV, but yeah, it's not too bad. I would recommend leaving it in automatic mode. But actually, let's go ahead and test the manual with sport and see if it's actually faster. Yeah, so manual mode and sport mode, shifting is okay, but it seems like it's a front wheel drive bias, and the front wheels did spin, and then the back helped. So it seems like the back probably is always off to save some gas, and then when the front wheels need help, it kicks power to the back, or sends power to the back for it to basically help out. But let's see if we could brake boost this CX-9. I'm not sure if I said probably CX-5 multiple times, but I mean CX-9. But yeah, guys, vents look good. There's some chrome around the AC vents, and it is nice and spacious. Yeah, definitely a good amount of wheel spin from the front tires, and those tires are pretty wide. They're 255, I think 65 or 60 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they're definitely wide, but they do spin a lot. And this SUV is heavy. It's not very light, but it does feel light. Yeah, it soaks up the bumps really good. I'm really shocked with the way how this thing drives. Handling is okay. Steering wheel is very, it's not basically connected to the road, or it doesn't feel like it's connected, but it is nice and light steering wheel, and it does get heavy in sport mode. But yeah, seriously, I'm shocked with the way how this CX-9 drives. Very comfortable and very quiet on the highway. There's no road noise or tire noise, and definitely feels very premium. I wouldn't say premium as in BMW or Mercedes-Benz, but yeah, it's definitely up there. And I wouldn't say it's like a Honda or Toyota. It feels more almost like an Acura, Infiniti, and Lexus, but not to their level yet. So Mazda did a great job with this CX-9, and I really like it. I just love the fact that it's really quiet and really comfortable. The suspension setup is beautiful on the CX-9. And yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this POV test drive of this 2022 Mazda CX-9. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Spencer here at Mazda in Milford, Connecticut. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.